How are y'all doing? Happy September. I am Yaya. I am spiritual advisor, medium, all that good stuff, regular practitioner. Thank you for joining me. All right, this is for my earth signs, so my Virgos, Capricorns, and Tauruses. If that ain't your sun sign, that's okay. All right, because I always recommend that you watch your sun, moon, Venus, and rising because one or more might hit. So, yeah, all right, we're going to get into this. Today, we're going to be using the Afro Brazilian Tarot and the Hoodoo Tarot. Cause I'm liking these layering. I'm really like layering these ones. All right, so because it is Virgo season, happy Virgo season, we're going to start with our Virgos. All right, so this is basically what you can expect for the month of September, what the energy is, what you're going to be experiencing, some things I want you to look out for, all of that good stuff. I got my oracle deck somewhere around here, but somewhere around here. Yeah. Ooh, child. You know how you be like leaving your stuff? Get little cards and they be falling like, I need that. That is my funds. Need the funds to have fun, if you know what I mean. Okay. Okay. All right. My oracle deck is, well, before I start charging her, saying that she done took a break, let me make sure, there she is. All right, so, and we're gonna be doing the Oshun, the faces of Oshun. Yeah. What's good, Taz? Thank you for coming in and being in here. Thank you for being here. All right, so like I said, we're gonna start with our Tauruses. We're gonna start with our Virgos because it is Virgo season. Happy birthday, guys. Happy birthday, my dear Virgos. I hope September is good to y'all so far. All right. So I've been really liking doing this layering technique. So we're gonna pull an oracle for each of these signs that we're doing. Then we're gonna go in and do the Afro-Brazilian. And then we're going to do this one. We're gonna do the Hoodoo Tarot. All right, so my Virgos, ooh, child. All right, we have Oshun of shame and regret. So we got guilt, remorse, and self-loathing. All right, dear ones. Here's the thing. Shame is healthy because it stops us from doing things, right? Going to the extreme, or it should, right? But here's the bad thing about it. If you're feeling guilty, remorseful, and self-loathing, and it's to the extreme, so like, the other side of the coin, the other extreme where it's like it's becoming debilitating. So this month, please watch out for feelings of guilt, of like self-loathing, like, oh, I'm a terrible person, I did this, and because I did this, I can never be loved, I cannot do whatever. All right, September is asking you to work on that. We're working on guilt, we're working on feelings of shame, we're working on our shadows of things that we've done before. So you're being asked to really look at it not as, oh, I made a mistake and I'm terrible, but as, oh, I made a mistake, I'm going to learn from that so that I don't do the same thing going forward, right? So that's how they want you to look at that. It's not, I'm terrible, I'm a terrible person. No, it's, I did a thing, I did a bad thing, I made a mistake, I'm going to do better. I'm doing better. Let's see what Afro-Brazilian got for us. How are we going to clarify this? What else she got? Because it's like, ooh, heavy on it. But you know what else, though? Thank you. Thank you. I feel like these like my Harry Potter glasses. I do love these. But yeah. So here's also, we are in the 9th month, right? And the 9th month of the 9th year. So there is a heavy emphasis on letting go of things and letting things die, right? Grooming, streamlining stuff, right? Also heavy communication with the ancestors and spirits in our spirit teams, because 9 is the number of death, 9 is the number of completion, right? And a big thing is that you cannot move forward unless you go within and you kind of reconcile with that shadow. So if you've done something in the past, this is the time to really go back and say, okay, what did I learn from this? How can I move differently, right? Hey guys, thank you for coming in. Thank you. So yeah. All right. Virgos, I'm sorry that y'all got the y'all got me when I'm doing all the shuffling and things, but but yeah, so we got the 8 of Cups. So this could be two things, all right? In the vein of this, in the vein of the shame, regretting, letting things go, for me, the 8 of Cups talks about letting go of those things that do not serve us anymore, of course, right? Things that emotionally drain us. So people who have the 8 of Cups, they're walking away from things that do not serve them no more. It's like, I'm not happy here, I will not stay, right? Thank you. Okay, this don't even feel so bad no more. But yeah, so you know, this like, okay, you realize that you are not being served. And that, I know I've been saying that a lot, but that's really what it is, right? Because this is all your show, right? We like to tell people, oh, the world don't revolve around you. Foolishness, okay? Haberdash, all right? No, you should not be self-centered. However, this is your experience. So these things that, if it does not help you out, you know, hey, look, right? So, it's important to know that, like, you're okay. Like, if this does not serve you, this is not aligning with you, this is not helping you to improve or do better, then you need to let it go. That's what Virgo season is about. It's about streamlining, addressing our habits, addressing our routines, you know, these things that affect us. And you cannot go forward and do better and grow if you're not trimming what needs to be trimmed. It's like having a garden, right? Growing plants. The plants need to be trimmed. Right? You got to look at it. You got to take care of it. There's the leaves. You know, your leaves is yellow. Why is your leaves yellow? Do you need to water it? You overwater it. Do you need to put less that? Do you need to add some nitrogen? Right? Do you need to just trim out the leaves that are old and dying, right? So this is your time to prune and groom your life, all right? Getting yourself together. This is also a really good time to clean, to deep clean your home, because your space and your area need to be in order, right? And it's the time to do that. So there might be a strong feeling to clean house, because, as above, so below, so inside, so without, right? So within, without, whatever. Yeah. The other thing that I normally get from this is like, taking accountability, taking account, right? Doing a audit of your life. So do an audit of your life, people in your life, again, habits, routines. What is these things that you do need and that you don't? Go through your closet. What are you wearing? What are you not wearing? What needs to be given out? Can you donate some things, right? Can you sell it? We need a little money. Have a garage sale. So you can get rid of all that stuff in your room, in your house, your closet, your room that you do not use. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, well, you stick around, we're gonna get to you, my dear Capricorn. All right. I got you. You stick around. We finna get to you. So yeah. It's time to do an audit of your finances, of your routines. This is the time for that. And I think that when you go back, this kind of helps ease that shame and that guilt, because if you're not doing those things that lead you to that place to take actions that you're ashamed of, right? So clean house and get chummy with your shadows. Because one thing that in this journey that I realized is that no one can make you feel bad about something if you take responsibility for it and you own up to it, right? No one can issue dirt on you if you already put it out there yourself. So it's like, oh my God, I'm gonna tell them that you did this. Okay, and I will tell them first. Don't play with me. I will tell them first. I will say straight up, oh yeah, no, I did this. And I'm gonna tell you how I did it. Let me tell you how I changed and what did I learn from doing this. So people can't take your power. You gotta own up to it. So get chummy with your shadows during this September. All right, we're gonna bring it in with our hoodoo deck. My little thing. I gotta get a new stand. So. Gullah Jack, aka the Hangman. So, the thing about him is that, again, we're being asked to sacrifice, right? You're being asked to let go of things. And when we say let go, it doesn't always have to be a physical thing. Yes, it'd be nice if you can physically clear your space, but letting go can be of old mindsets. Mindsets that do not serve you anymore. You know better. So now you need to operate better. You need to monitor your thoughts. You need to speak better. Say things in a better way, I guess. You have elevated, so your outside need to reflect that. Thank you. I appreciate you. So, yeah. Also, this is not the time to try to move forward on things. Again, we're streamlining. So new projects, if you can avoid it, I would. I'm not saying pass up on money. I'm not saying let go of what you got going. I'm not saying pass it up. If the opportunity presents itself, it's actually a very good one, it's viable, take it. But don't actively look for new things right now. This is the time to nurture and audit what you got going already. So take the time to, again, streamline. I'm going to use that word a lot. But take the time to streamline. Take the time to audit, like, what's going on. What is currently working with what you got going, right? What's currently working? What's not working? How can you change this? How can you improve, right? So this is what you need to be looking at. Don't add another service right now. You need to be looking at how you can make your services that you already offer better. You need to look at what is selling, what's going well, right? What are you doing to make your bestseller the bestseller, right? So new is nice. You don't need to do new right now. No one needs to be doing new right now because we're in eclipse season. We're literally in eclipse season, and it's not time to be doing stuff during eclipse. You gotta just flow, let things settle where they are. But yeah, so I hope that helped, my dear ones. Let me know how this settles out and how it happened. Let me know, how are you going to make your Virgo season right? Okay. All right. Let us go on to Capricorn. All right. Let's go on there. So Capricorns, we this is a little better. I like this. We got Oshun of resurrection, rebirth, transformation, and renewal. Again, we are in eclipse season. So, though we're not out here having new beginnings as in out here starting new projects, but this is a rebirth, a transformation. It is time for you to become the next version of you. You're evoluting, you're evolving. So because you are doing that, that means you got to move a little differently. But you already knew that. You already knew that, right? Okay. We got the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Coins, the One of Coins here. So, don't it? Right now, again, I said we're not starting nothing new, but that does not mean that we cannot continue what we had going. You started sowing the seeds. Know that it is not in vain. September looks like you nurturing 4 baskets. Right? We're setting the foundation, and the Ace of Coins really is a foundational card for me. It speaks to sowing the seed, and it's like you're starting it. So you're not going to see the fruits right away. Don't expect to see the fruits in September, okay? You are sowing right now. You are setting the foundation. You're setting things up. You're putting in applications. You're getting funding. You're scouting. You're getting your team together. So it's okay if you don't see immediate effects of it. You're not supposed to. That's not the phase you're in right now, right? This is kind of new. This is fresh. You're really just starting this new thing. You're just starting. Right? You're a rookie, and that's okay. You get to come into this and having fun with it. So remember that. Have fun. It may be a little boring. Also, because the 4 of Cups also is like being bored for me. It's like, all right, I know this stuff. I just like, okay, nothing's really happening, and but no, just because it's happening, you don't see anything physically happening doesn't mean that things are not going on behind the scenes. So take that time to get yourself in order. Take that time to do some research. Take that time to kind of plan some things, all right? So that when it's time to hit the ground running, you can run, you can go and fly, all right? So I feel like that was very straightforward. I do. So, point is, during September, you need to be plotting and planning and putting things in position, all right? This is where, and also really take this time to coordinate. Take this time to network, okay? This is really when you need to go and start building relationships. Build relationships, reinforce the connections that you have right now. So be social this September. Be social. Let that be your aim, right? You're not necessarily trying to make new connections. If it happens, great. But you need to go revisit those old ones. Check in on people that you've been dealing with, that you have dealings with. Yeah. Reinforce. I do feel like that was actually very straightforward. I don't know. I kind of want to give you more, but I think that's it. Spirit's like, nope. Straight to the point. I like that. Whew. And this is good, though. I needed to get this. Y'all, your girl was like I was being the air sign that I am. I was very squirrel, okay? Everywhere. I couldn't sit still. Thank the Lord for grounding, okay? My mama, she was like, go outside. Go ground. I was like, no, you're right. Went to go ground and I felt better. But yeah. Also, if you're near some water, go drink some water right now. If you're near it, take a sip. Water is good. Water is life. It changes you. If you're eating your water, eat some eat a cucumber or something. But go hydrate. All right, so my Tauruses, we're gonna bring it in with you guys. We have Oshun's voice chakra. Ooh, okay. Authenticity, individuality, and self-expression. Which, I mean, honestly, I can see it, you know. Really getting a chance to hone who you are and refine. Like September looks like you refining yourself and your image. And so to me, it feels like you'll be working on your outside appearance, habits, and yeah, it's actually a very physical month for you. So you might actually end up getting a routine, like a gym membership, or you might get into the routine of like walking every day or doing some kind of workout. And again, working out doesn't have to be a woman in the gym. That's not it. There's so many things. You can go walk. So you can go walk. You can do 30 minutes in front of the YouTubes. All right, Pilates, dance classes, because dance is a great workout. So you're finding time this month to like kind of get in a routine of things that's giving you exercise, right, and making you physically fit. You're also, like I said, working on your physical image. So you're dressing differently. You're finding your style. September may look like a different style for you. You might decide to, I feel like darker colors might be your thing this month. I wanted to say like white or like yellows, but no. Like if you're gonna do yellow, I feel like it's more mustardish, you know? But I see like reds and greens and blues, purples. Yeah. So like your style is gonna be a little more, I don't want to say grungy, but for some people it does look like it's gonna be kind of grunge, like, you know, a little gothic. But that's not everybody. I'm just saying is that you're refining your style in September and your image, because you're tailoring how you show up to people and how the world sees you. So that's kind of cool. You get to work on that. And I think that means that you're going to be at a lot of events and to be in a public a lot. And that is why you're taking care of your image and what you're looking like this month. All right, we also have another ace. We have an Ace of Wands. Again, actions, taking action. These things that are making you feel, doing what makes you feel good, doing what makes you look good as well. So you also might be doing a lot of community service or volunteering, doing things for other people. You're going to be active. You are ruled by Venus. Hi, Venus twin. But you're ruled by Venus, and Venus is about relationships, money. Yeah. So you're gonna be wanting to really be in relation to people. That's not just romantic, okay? That means that you're gonna be out more. You're gonna be helping, and there's an emphasis on being a part of the community. So if you find yourself finding these opportunities to volunteer or to help, that's what you're feeling this month. And it's a beautiful thing because you get to learn a lot, you know? So a lot of action being taken. And then we're going to close that with our 13, which is the ancestors, which is the death card. So I do love to see the death card when it comes to reading almost any reading. And that's because it's about transformation and transition, which again, like I said, we're changing our appearance. You're changing your appearance. You're honing your style. And a part of that is your transformation. So glamour, like some of you are going to be doing glamour magic, or some of you should look into doing glamour magic, because that will kind of help you with this image of what you're trying to project. When I'm saying this is not for a negative concept. This is not saying put on a face and be fake. No. But glamour magic can help with confidence. You may need to be you might be in a space where confidence is required, right? You're trying to make a sale. You want people to choose you in your project, which means that you're going to have to be confident. You're going to have to show up like, yes, my product is the best product. And if you leave without it, you're going to be missing out and you're going to be sad that you missed out on this. So you need to get your confidence together. And part of that, glamour magic helps a lot. And I mean, it could be as simple as looking in the mirror and saying, I am beautiful. I am this person. I am this, I am confident. I am brave. I'm a smooth talker. Glamour, right? It can be as simple as doing a slight movement to bring on this energy that you need. So I've been telling this story a lot with my clients, and I'm going to tell y'all, okay? I was listening to a podcast, and this person was telling a story about Marilyn Monroe, right? So they were saying how she was taking a walk with a reporter, a newspaper reporter, and she was walking. I think she was like in New York or something, and no one was paying attention to her because she was Norma Jean. She was not Marilyn in that moment. She was Norma Jean, a regular old lady, she's pretty, but nobody really knows her like that. Nobody really checking for her. People walking by, they didn't really give her a second glance. Nothing. She's a regular person. She stops and she tells the reporter, "Do you want to see her?" And the reporter's like, "Yeah, So she fluffs her hair up a little bit. She changes her stature. She changes her stature. And she becomes Marilyn Monroe. And the instant she does that, now everybody can't miss her. And they're flooding this lady. Like, oh my God, Marilyn. Oh my God, that's Marilyn Monroe. 2 seconds ago, they didn't even see that lady. And it makes you think, what changed? She put on the persona. She glamour, basically, right? She became Marilyn in that moment. So I tell you that story to say that sometimes you might have to bring on that persona. This is not saying leash yourself out to an energy. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you can use an energy. You can bring out a part of yourself, a different part of yourself that is more confident, or that is the personality, that's this persona, right? I'm not saying invite whoever random spirit to come take you over. I'm not saying that. Don't do that. But it's something to be said about using glamour magic and using a certain energy to come out, to bring out to you, to get whatever it is done that you need. Use the energy. I hope that makes sense. All right. But yeah, so there's a lot of transformation and transition going on, and especially with this eclipse, like, new things abound, right? No random spirits. New things abound, right? And remember that for new to come in and fully settle with you, the old must go. So if some things leave you, let them go. If people leave you, let them go. Grieve as need be, but let them go. All right? Because especially during this period, like, the universe is going to be like, all right, this person ain't serving you. This person does nothing for you. This person drains you, your energy, your resources. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here. Don't be surprised somebody that's close to you. It's unfortunate, but if you have them like that, you don't like that job. You've been complaining about that job every day. You running to get up out of there. We don't allow them back. We don't take we don't take exes back. You don't do that. You wanted to leave me so bad. Dose, baby. I don't do sloppy seconds, okay? Like this one post I saw. There was one that said, when your baby daddy try to get back with you And you be like, I'm sorry, I don't date men with children. It's hilarious. Like, it's your kids. Like, exactly. So, no, thank you, sir. People that try to come back, like, look, exes are exes for a reason. Now, that is not to say that you can't be like, there will be instances where an ex can come back, and it was simply a matter of you guys are different, you grew, and now you work better together. But I'm not gonna lie to you, it is a 8 out of 10 chance that that's not the thing. 8 out of 10, that ex is an ex for a reason. They came into your life to teach you something, and you learned the lesson. Y'all learn what y'all need to learn, and that person go. Don't try to run that back. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. But I mean, that's how I see it, you know. And I could be wrong. I am not a relationship expert, okay? I am not a relationship expert. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. Don't be like, oh, y'all see it. Don't take my ex back, but they was the best thing that happened to me, and they broke up because I was wrong. Hey, look, I don't know your situation. I'm just saying, in my experiences, and as I've watched experiences of others, 9 out of 10, that ex is an ex for a reason. All right. On that note, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I'm going to close out this video, and I'm going to do air signs next. Y'all have a wonderful September, my earth signs. And I'm gonna see y'all later. Thank you. Y'all be blessed.